Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg. I have a new guest on today from our HR department. I have Sarah Olson. Sarah, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And you are our new HR manager. You've been here since about what, September?
August. Yep.
August.
So I'm
That's
going
close.
on about 7 months.
Awesome.
Yes.
How do you like it here so far?
I love it.
You
I
do?
worked here previously as an HR assistant back
Okay.
in 2010, so it's really great to be back.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming on today and being a new guest here. I'm excited that I get to host when I have a brand new guest, never been on the show, so it's great to have you.
Yeah.
And today we're talking about we have a lot of jobs
Yes.
here at the City of Fitchburg, and we're going to have you kind of, well, first of all, talk about what you do in HR and what your role is, and then get into the website and how people can find these jobs and our new collaborative work with NeoGov as well.
Absolutely, yes. So I'm an HR manager with the City of Fitchburg. I'm going on 7 months. What I do is I manage all of the personnel activities for the City of Fitchburg. So it's a lot of recruitment and hiring of new employees, benefits coordination and compensation, policy development, legal compliance and reporting, and then collective bargaining with our police and fire employees.
Awesome. So
We're only a two-team department, so it's myself and then Amy Tracy, who is our part-time HR specialist. So small team, and a lot of times we have almost 300 employees if you count all of our paid on call and seasonal. So we have a lot of openings right now. So I'm really excited to go over those with you today.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like a lot of work. I know HR, you guys have a lot on your plate to deal with, especially 2 people and 300 employees. That's kind of a big balance there.
Absolutely.
All right, awesome. So let's get right into it. So how can people learn about the job opportunities here at
Yeah,
Fitchburg?
absolutely. So we have our website. We have all of our job openings listed there. I'm going to kind of navigate to the website right now to show you. So if you actually go to our main website, City of Fitchburg, if you scroll down on the left-hand side, you're going to see a link for job openings. All you need to do is click on job openings, and it will take you straight to our career pages. And then right here, you're going to see a listing of all of the employment opportunities that we have right now. This is a busy time of year for human resources. We have a lot of our seasonal openings listed. So we're looking for our summer seasonal help. We also have a part-time administrative assistant in the library. This is 20 hours a week. This is a permanent part-time position. We've got a planning intern, which is an internship in our planning department for someone who is looking to grow, who maybe has some coursework in planning. The program assistant that we have listed here, you can be as young as 16 years of age to qualify for this position. So maybe it's someone looking for their first time job. The program assistant is listed here. The program coordinator, you do need to be at least 18 years of age for this one. And we encourage everyone who is interested to apply. It doesn't matter what age you are. We have seasonal parks maintenance workers, a seasonal utility maintenance worker. These are your seasonal maintenance workers that you see out in the parks, mowing the grass, taking out the refuse and recycling. So those are those 2 maintenance workers. You do need to be 18 and have a valid driver's license.
Okay.
Then we have the tennis instructors, and then we have a weekend custodian. We are looking to establish a list. We did just hire a weekend custodian, but we may have more openings. And this one is very nice, where you can kind of come and go on any Sunday. You just have to put in a certain amount of hours, but you kind of the master of your own schedule.
Awesome.
And then we have 2 really exciting openings coming up that are not listed. So a sustainability specialist for the City of Fitchburg, that'll be coming up.
Okay.
And then we have an engineering technician too. This is working in our public works department, supporting our engineers. So those 2 are coming up. Very exciting.
Awesome. Well, it's a lot of good jobs there, like you said. Some for even 16-year-olds, like get your first job, get your feet in the
Absolutely.
door.
Yep.
So that's awesome. So now this page looks different than it used to, and that's because now we're with NeoGov. Correct?
So we've been with NeoGov since, I believe, 2011. The only thing that has changed is we've just kind of changed our look a little bit and our feel. So I'm kind of going to walk you through how to apply for a job. It's really easy. Human Resources is always here to help.
Right.
We've got the Fitchburg Public Library, which is right next door, and there's computers there that people can use for free. So if applicants are ever have questions about how to apply or need help or need to use a computer, please feel free to contact Human Resources. That's what we're here for. So,
Awesome.
so let's pretend that I'm applying for an administrative assistant for the library. So
Okay.
I'm just going to click on that position. it's going to pop up and you're going to see a summary of the position. You're going to see in the upper right-hand corner an apply.
Okay.
And you would just apply. And I'm going to be punching in my, oops, bear with me here.
And if you didn't have a sign-in, you would just
so if you're a first
there?
time applicant, you're going to have to create an account. So
Okay.
basically, as long as you have an email address, you just you'll be prompted to create a username and password.
Okay.
Once you have that, you're going to put that in and hit sign in.
Okay.
And the beautiful thing about this website is everything that you enter in is saved in there. So it's not like every single time you go to apply for a position with the City of Fitchburg that you have to re-enter this information.
Okay.
And NeoGov, this is often the database that other municipalities use. So if you apply for other government jobs, typically they're using NeoGov, and so all of this information is stored in there. So you'll see on the left-hand side all of these different tabs: information, work, education, additional, references, attachments, questions, review, and certify. So it's going to really ask you to walk through, put down all of your demographics, your personal information. If a driver's license is required, it will prompt you for that.
Okay.
And then basically after you enter all of that information in, you're going to keep clicking on the different tabs, and it will auto-save for you.
Okay.
And you can always log out and log back in to complete your application. You don't have to submit it right away. Here's where you're going to add your work experience. Here's a section for education.
Okay.
Any additional information if you have other skills that you'd like to share.
Okay.
References, and then attachments. Sometimes people have resumes and cover letters. So these are really helpful for human resources when we're screening for the minimum qualification. Sometimes people feel like nobody really looks at my cover letter. Do I really need to put in the time for that? And we really do. So if we're not really sure you qualify for the position, we will certainly look at those attachments. And that's where you can highlight in your cover letter why you're interested, why you're the ideal candidate for the position.
Awesome.
And then going down to questions, we have a numerous amount of questions that we ask every applicant.
Okay.
And this is really based on, what is their gender, their ethnicity, do they have a disability, how did they hear about the position? This just helps us track all of these statistics to make sure that we're doing a good job, that we're getting our positions out there.
Okay.
Lastly, you're going to hit review. It will prompt you, as you can see here, if there's any mandatory information that's missing. I'm going to leave that. The nice thing is you can't actually submit your application if there's some pretty important information missing.
Yeah.
So I won't be able to show you how to actually submit it. But if you have all your information in correctly, then you'll be able to review, and it'll ask you, are you sure all of this is accurate?
Okay.
Are you ready to submit? And then you'll submit your application.
Yeah.
Once you get that, you're going to get an email right away that will say that we successfully received your application, and then we'll be in contact with you within the next, usually week to 2 weeks after you submit an application. After the deadline date of the position, I should say, you'll hear from Human Resources on next steps. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it seems really simple, easy to do. Always, you can go back in and edit it if things change,
Absolutely.
whatever you need to do. So that sounds great.
Yes.
So if someone has questions, how do they get in contact with HR?
Yeah. So you can call us anytime. We have our phone number, our email address. We have a generic email, hr at cityofFitchburg.com or .gov, I should say, that you can email. So if you just go to our main page, you can actually navigate to Human Resources. Let's go there just so you can see. So here's the Fitchburg website main page. If you go to departments, government up here, and go down to Human Resources, you're going to see our contact us information. So you're going to see a link to my email, to Amy Tracy's, our address, our phone numbers, and our office hours.
Fabulous.
Yeah, and then one other thing I wanted to mention with the job opportunities is sometimes we post positions you might be interested in, and you just don't know that we have an opening unless you're checking our website on a weekly basis.
Right.
So you can actually sign up for an email alert every time we post a position that might be in a certain category that you're interested in. So we're back on the career pages. You go up to the menu and then go down job categories. And here's where you can select all of them if you just want an email every time we post any position, or if you want something specifically related to accounting and finance, you would just check it, hit subscribe, and it's going to prompt you for your name, your phone number, and your email address.
Awesome. Well, that's a really handy
Yeah.
little tip there. If
Yeah.
you're really interested in a certain job, once it pops up, you get an email.
Got
That
it.
is great.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, Sarah, thank you very much for coming on today and giving us some really good information and all those jobs, here at the city. So make sure if you're interested, get out there and apply.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. All right, and you sit right there. We'll be right back. This is Talking Fitchburg.